Hello and welcome to the first race of Chapter 3 Season 5. So we finally made it to the first of the final 3 Algodoo videos that you'll be getting from yours truly before physical races finally return later this season. Yeah, I'm very excited. So this could be marble racing back to being peak since, I'm gonna be returning back to Amsterdam very soon, so be on the lookout for also be on the lookout for a room tour, because once I return, I'm gonna be doing a room tour. So yeah, and of course, just so I can focus on these last 3 Algodoo episodes, there's not gonna be a Marble Championships this month. So basically, this will be the first month that will not have a Marble Championships or any big video to some degrees, since I'm going to be saving everything else for when I return back to my real house. So yeah, again, be on the lookout for what the return of physical races will be like, along with my room tour videos. So yeah, get ready. So anyways, we have 14 marbles competing in this week's episode, and of course I will show you the track because it has been shifted. Here is the track we're going to be using for the first 3 episodes of the season, as well as for being the last track of the Algodoo period. It's a nice track I made. It's very beautiful, and also I finally made the giant pinball dish purple, as you can see here, as opposed to being white like it has been for most of the Algodoo run, and made the final pinball funnel gold as well. So yeah, we basically extended how long the dual paths would last until, a little bit until we make it to the final funnel. But yeah, overall a nice track, especially a nice 15 track I've made for the last track for the Algodoo period. And also I brought back the orange staircase, Algodoo edition. As you can see, it's not really the best, but I actually did my best trying to replicate the long orange staircase from the physical tracks, so there you go. But yeah, that is going to pretty much be about it for this track, and yeah. So yeah, that's it for the track, since there's nothing else for me to say here. Before we get to racing, I have 2 things to go over. One, as promised from what I just said in last week's episode, the background color now has a dark bluish nighttime look to it to indicate that the Algodoo races are going to come to a close very soon. And plus, not to mention, the light blue background was getting a little stale after a couple of months of usage, so I thought as the Algodoo period is going to come to an end very soon, I thought I have to change things up when it comes to the background colors, so that's that. And 2, Cat's Eye Sky Blue is competing in this episode since he DNF'd in last week's season finale by slipping off the track. And what's funny is that he did DNF the same way that, a similar way I would say that Snowball had 2 weeks ago, except Cursed Moonlight just basically threw him off the track. So yeah, it's still an unfortunate thing that he DNF'd last week, so therefore he's gonna be given a chance to make that up in this week's episode. So anyways, choose any one of these 15 marbles you think will be winning in this week's episode, and you only have 5 seconds to guess. Go. And off they go. First funnel already. Earth is in the lead. Okay, let me just get this traffic jam freed up. Earth is still in the lead. Now we're in the 3rd funnel, which is this bright red one. And Earth is still going to be maintaining his lead, as we are now in the long orange staircase. And a little bit more bumpier than the orange hill that it has replaced, so keep that in mind. Ooh, now Ice is in the lead. Okay, my bad for a line flub on that one. But again, no one's perfect, of course. Ooh, it's very intense between fire and ice. Yeah, classic combo right there. Now we're in the big purple pinball dish. It's no longer white as I told. It's now purple. Ooh, it's very intense here. And now Blue Swirl is going to be taking the lead. And now Crystal is going to be taking the lead. And now Ice regains his lead. Like, what is even going on right now? And now I cannot tell who's in the lead right now because we're now splitting up the paths. But by the looks of things, Blue Swirl is going to be taking the lead. Ooh, and now we're making our way to the final funnel. In this case, the final pinball funnel, I would say. Because, you know, it's a Algodoo. Ooh, it's very intense. We're now on this said funnel. Who's going to be winning this week's episode? It's very close. And Blue Swirl is going to be taking home the win for this week's episode. Now let's wait for the rest to finish. That was a nice season premiere to, you know, also kick off our road to returning to physical races. And, you know, this was a pretty nice one. So anyways, congratulations to Blue Swirl on scoring first place. While the last marble to properly finish the course is Cat's Eye Sky Blue. Speaking of which, kudos to him on redeeming himself. Well, kind of, but we'll just let that slide. But unfortunately, we have yet another DNF. Man, third DNF in a row. Like, man. This time, unfortunately, it is Shiny Black who will be falling victim to the DNF curse. So, what happened there was that he got stuck on this orange staircase for the remainder of the race. And, yeah, so basically it's because of the flat surfaces of these staircases, but unfortunately he got stuck up there for the rest of the race. So unfortunately he will be scoring last via DNF for this week's episode. So therefore he's gonna have to compete in next week's episode in order to make that up. Like, just, man, I don't know about these DNFs, man. Like, they just been getting out of hand, but whatever. So, anyways, man, these DNFs are just getting out of hand. Let's just get to the final results already. Like, whatever. So, yeah, let's head to the final results right now. And that's going to pretty much be about it for this week's episode. Like I said, congratulations to Blue Swirl on scoring first place, while sadly placing last via DNF is Shiny Black. So like I said, he must come back in next week's episode in order to make that DNF up. And also, like I said, kudos to Cat's Eye Sky Blue on kind of redeeming himself, but if it wasn't for Shiny Black, then yeah, Cat's Eye Sky Blue would have failed his redemption attempt, but he managed to barely and narrowly avoid last place in order to kind of redeem himself. But again, we'll let that slide. But regardless, these DNFs have got to stop because, like I said, they're just getting out of hand as of late. But yeah, if if either Shiny Black fails his redemption attempt or we get another DNF next week, I don't know no more. Maybe I'll just go crazy because this has been the 3rd episode / week in a row where someone has DNF'd. But yeah, let's just hope we break that up next week, but whatever. So anyways, that is going to pretty much do it for this week's episode. Hope you enjoyed. If you did, please give me a big thumbs up to show your support. Feel free to follow all my socials down below and subscribe with that notification bell enabled. And like always, I will see you guys back in the next. Bye bye for now and have a good day.